What CC do you start a combo with? Now, I could just say a couple of CCs from the top of my head, but I had a different idea for this video. I went through a couple of my favorite warrior montages and around 20 more videos from the warrior spotlight to answer this question. Here are my findings. They are about what you would expect really. Grab is the most used one, and the other 6 are Overwhelm, Shield Charge, Balance Strike, Solar Flare, Ground Smash, and Chopping Kick. Now these are actually the ones that I wanted to list as the CCs that I would consider to be good initiators. So why did I go through this trouble? I wanted to objectively determine what the most used CCs are. We are gonna go through all of these CCs and I will show a combo for each of these CCs. If you are really new to the game, I highly suggest you read the Book of Combat, chapter 7 to chapter 10. It was written by Crit, and a lot of things here require a basic knowledge of the mechanics of the game. At first I really wanted to talk about CC mechanics as well, but no matter how much I tried condensing information down, it would take dozens of minutes to explain. So go read it, it's not that long. On the screen right now you can see all of our tools for applying CC. I will let you look at it for a bit and then I will go on to the next part. Before we actually get to the combos, there is one mechanic that we need to discuss. It is called Lingering Crit. Lingering Crit allows us to cast any spells with a 100% chance to crit for a short time. You can trigger a Lingering Crit with Chopping Kick into a single spinning sash or a sideways cut into a single spinning sash. Now which one should you use? Chopping Kick applies a CC but is faster overall, and sideways cut is slower but doesn't apply a CC, so it depends on the combo, but both are extremely useful. I really wanted to measure how long Lingering Crit lasts. From Kisito's post in the Warrior Discord, it says you can trigger 100% crit for Pulverize plus Tempest if you E-buff up, but not without it. So naturally, I tested both and looked at the difference in time. From this, I would say that Lingering Crit probably lasts for 3/4 of a second. But this is not conclusive evidence, I just wanted to, see what's up. And what spells should you use Lingering Crit on? These are the spells that don't have 100% crit. Pulverize, Tempest, Ground Slash, and Heavy Strike, and Grab. Do note that the difference in attack speed and framerate changes how many skills you can cast with Lingering Crit. Finally at the combo section. Remember my findings with the most used CCs? I will present you a combo for all of those CCs. I've also tried to include combos that are as different from each other as they can be. Since grab combos are the most common ones, I will have 3 different difficulty levels, but this is just for grab. Let's start off with the easy grab combo. Now this combo is one of the laziest combos there is, but it gets the job done if you have enough AP. You start off by pressing grab, and as soon as the grab lands on the opponent, the CC counter goes to 1. After the grab actually hits, you need to start holding down counter and hold it down for as long as possible. This is what is known as a charge counter or energy counter. I know there are a couple of terminologies for this. And as soon as energy counter hits, press C to go into Awakening. Now at this point we are over the CC counter, which means that the opponent is gonna be immune to all CCs. So from this point on we're just gonna be applying damage. Tap Reckless Blow for a split second to activate it, and immediately start pressing Slashing the Dead. Now at this point the enemy is getting close to standing up, so we're gonna C-swap Slashing the Dead and do a Ground Smash. Ground Smash has a Down Smash on it. Down Smash has a 30% chance of happening, so if the Down Smash actually happens, then do a Chopping Kick into 2 spinning slashes. And basically Down Smash helps you go past the CC counter, but it is RNG. Next up, for the medium difficulty of combos, I chose the basic warrior combo. So start off with grab, swap back to Awakening, and immediately start holding down Q. So if you didn't know, being in your block gives you a buff. It takes a bit of time to activate, so wait for the buff to activate from your block. This buff gives you 26 AP, so for comboing this is gonna be amazing. As soon as you get the buff from blocking, use Armor Break to apply a stiffen to the target and also give them a DP debuff. Armor Break is one of the best DP debuffs Hello, this is me post-editing. I just realized that I never mentioned that Stephen only adds 0.7 to the CC counter, so it allows you to have longer combo. Then use Solar Flare. Now you might be asking me, why are we doing another Stephen after a Stephen? After a second of using a specific CC, if you use another spell with that specific CC, it won't add to the CC counter. It will just act as a spell without a CC on it. So it's good for using it as extra damage. Activate Overwhelm by pressing space. Q cancel Overwhelm into Reckless Blow. Do Slashing the Dead. And do the usual ground smash. Now, I'm not gonna explain the hard difficulty combo, because it's more of a challenge for those that already know how to combo properly. So I'm just gonna show it on screen, how to do it. If you can actually do it, then props to you. Also, props to RzzK for actually coming up with this combo. Now, the combos that I'm gonna show you from this point on are supposed to showcase the various mechanics of Warrior. We will start off with the Overwhelm combo. You don't really have to Q cancel Overwhelm, but you can if you want. Then use Slashing the Dead and C-swap the end of Slashing the Dead and use Whirlwind Slash. Now, if you don't know what Whirlwind Slash is, after C-swapping you have a small window to use it. It has a very weird timing to it, but if you get it down, it's very easy to pull off. Now, at this point, the opponent is getting closed, standing up, so reapply CC with shield charge. You can do a quick counter or a normal counter, it doesn't matter too much. I like to do the quick counter in this case because it looks more stylish. Then C-swap back to Awakening, and at this point we are over the CC limit, so we're just gonna apply damage. Use Reckless and cancel the end of Reckless with Balance Strike into Gravedigg into Ground Smash. Now, Reckless Blow into Balance Strike is not really a cancel. These spells flow together really well, just like Reckless into Slashing the Dead. I really wanted to showcase this, just so you know that your only option is not only using Reckless into Slashing the Dead. Now, in this combo, I'm gonna introduce you to a couple of new things. One of them is Sideways Step into Counter. We are gonna apply an Air Smash with Deep Frost, swap back to Awakening, and do Gravedigg. Now, we're gonna cancel Gravedigg with Q after its first part. Like after you start going up in the air, you Q cancel it, and you use Overwhelm from your hotbar, and from this point on, we're gonna apply air attack damage. Since Overwhelm is a float, and it's gonna put the opponent in an air state for a bit, Solar Flare, Balance Strike, and Chopping Kick all apply air attacks. And air attacks do 70% more damage than normal attacks. So this is some really good damage, and we will finish it off with 2 spinning slashes in the end. You can't really have a combo guide without including one of Kiseto's very famous lingering crit combos. So probably 2 things stick out to you that you don't know how to do yet. That is C-swap in Armor Break and Sideways Cut into Spinning Slash into Grab. So the thing with Armor Break into C-swap, it's kind of a timing thing. After the damage is applied from Armor Break, you press C, and you immediately start Sideways Cutting into Spinning Slash. This activates lingering crit, so our next spell will do 100% crit, and it will just obliterate opponents. This is also really good against evasion targets because Grab has a high accuracy modifier. Solar Flare combo is pretty straightforward overall. The only thing that sticks out is Spin Counter. Now, a lot of warriors don't know what Spin Counter is. It's basically a knockdown while using counter. It takes a bit longer to cast than normal counter, but it is a knockdown compared to the float that counter gives normally. What you need to do to activate it is hold down and left click, and also hold down space at the same time, and this will activate Spin Counter. Now this will do a knockdown on the opponent, so we will have 4 seconds to just dash out damage, and we will use all of our down attack spells, Gravedigg, Reckless, and Slashing the Dead, and Ground Smash to do some really good damage on the opponent. Also, don't forget to Q cancel the middle of Gravedigg, just like we did last time. Now this combo is a lot more complicated than other ones. So Ground Smash does abound, and then you're gonna need to do a forward slash spam. Now you do this by holding down Q, forward and LMB, and this depends on your FPS a lot. I could do around 4 to 5 forward slashes before I need to swap to Awakening, and I need to reapply CC. Now here comes the hard part. Our next CC is gonna be a Stiffen, and Stiffen can only be applied to targets that are standing or they are in a recovering state. Now, a Bound has a short grounded state, and it also has a short recovery state. So you need to stiffen the opponent when they are starting to stand up, and that's when you need to apply Armor Break or Solar Flare. You need to time this right, or the opponent is gonna be standing up and, you know, out of the combo. Then you're gonna need to Q-cancel Solar Flare, or you don't really have to. You can do without it, but it helps with the speed of the combo. Then you pretty much know everything except Chopping Kick into Spinning Slash. Now at this point, we are over the CC counter by a long shot, so we're just here to bash out some damage. And this time, we're gonna use Lingering Crit Ground Slash. Now you do Lingering Crit Ground Slash by doing backwards and E, and you also have to hold down LMB to activate Deep Ground Slash. Now this last combo is gonna be more of a mechanical showcase rather than a proper combo, because it's really hard to know for sure that you would CC someone with a Chopping Kick, because you would instantly have to use Spinning Slash to activate Lingering Crit. Now, I got to learn of the 10% BSR from Crux actually. He came into my stream once and I never even thought about this mechanic, so props to him. So we're gonna do 10% BSR, Q cancel it with Reckless below, and then the other things I'm sure you're already aware of how to do. So there's not much explaining to do. Now for the last combo, that wasn't on the list, I just really wanted to talk about this, was the combo that I use against evasion targets. And again, there's not too much to talk about. You guys are already aware of all of the mechanics of Warrior. And in the end, my goal wasn't really to teach you a couple of combos. It was more about having you understand how you can chain a couple of spells together, how you can put together combos. Because most of the warriors that I know have their own combos and have their own spells that they love to use. I didn't talk about Kick, for example, which is an amazing air smash. I just don't use it personally too much, but it is really good. Hey, what's up lads? Thanks for watching this video. I have another guide out right now. It's movement and cancelled. If you haven't seen it, then look at it if you want. I don't know, follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch. I don't really know what to do in my outros yet. I guess I just mentioned that I have a couple of guides out. Also, I want to have a couple of other guide videos out. There will probably be a general skill guide for Warrior. And add-ons and crystals and, that sort of thing as well. After that, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but thanks for watching, I guess. Bye.